Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another outstanding episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He is the triangle dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go, catch him if you can, said his name in Guyana, now they love him in Japan. No cap, the time zone traveler, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guests that we have with us, because this is actually another predictions episode. We know we put WWE Day 1 to be our predictions episode, but we're also gonna be like, hey, why not just kill two birds with one? What was it? Whatever. We're not gonna kill birds, but take two birds out with one stone and do NXT New Year's Evil. And joining us to give our predictions, we're gonna go around real quick. First of all, we have from the great state of North Carolina, where you can get some of the best barbecue in the US of A. He is also pretty smooth with the rap lyrics. Look out for his latest mixtape. Everybody, welcome to the show, Barack O'Holiday. In the second corner, we have the leader of the Power Ups and the Power Bombs Podcast, straight out of the great state of Kentucky. And I'm still sticking with that theory that they have the best fried chicken out there, and their KFC tastes different in a good way. Everybody, welcome to the show, Dryzzy. And our last special guest is a young lady who is not only a wrestling fan, but she is also 10 times cooler because she's also a fan of Marvel and Star Wars and pretty much anything that is cool to us nerds. Yes, I'm a nerd. Hey, it is what it is. Everybody, welcome to the show. Also hailing from Kentucky, Ariel Pierce, the notorious REL. Well, we have two special shows that we're actually going to be doing the predictions on. The first one we're going to start with is on January 1st, 2022, and that's going to be the pay-per-view known as WWE Day 1. It's the first of its kind. It's smack dab on January 1st. I don't know what Vince McMahon and the gang are thinking, but I guess they're trying to do a whole New Japan thing where, you know, they have something on a specific date and it doesn't matter when it falls, they're going to be putting that show on. I don't know, but hey, I trust that they know what they're doing, and I'm just going to sit back and watch. And if I like it, I will. If I don't, well, I'm just not going to waste time complaining. I'm just going to move on to the next promotion that I watch. But with that being said, we're going to start off with Day 1 first, and then we're going to go on to NXT New Year's Evil, which is not that far behind. It's actually going to be on January 4th of next week. Actually, next Wednesday to be exact. So is it next Wednesday? Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Yeah. And we're going to go ahead and give the predictions for that. So with that being said, also, for those of y'all listening and watching, although you're not one of our guests on the show, we always encourage fan interaction, fan comments, as long as they're tasteful and respectful. And in this case, feel free to actually give your own opinions on who's going to win, who's going to lose, what run-ins might happen, what alliances might form, what alliances might disband, all that good stuff. Feel free to let us know. But with that being said, here we go. WWE Day 1. So we have 8 matches for WWE Day 1. I didn't even know they had so many matches, but hey, it is what it is. You better watch out, man. MVP might think you're trying to rep 305, man. You know what I'm saying? With the little, All right. So first match we have is actually going to be on the pre-show, and it's a tag team match, and it's going to be the tag team of Cesaro and Ricochet versus the two great friends, one of whom is Cesaro's former tag team partner in the bar, Sheamus, and newcomer Ridge Holland. So I'm gonna go around and then each of y'all just give y'all opinion and prediction, and I'll be the last to go as always. So Barack, who you got for this match, man?
I think you're on mute.
I think you're on mute, bro.
Oh shoot.
It happens.
I got Cesaro and Ricochet. They're the underdogs. So you know what they say, the underdogs is always on top. So, you know.
Okay. Yeah, you got a point there. Dryzzy, who you going with, man?
They are trying to make Ridge hot. First, how did we miss making the bar actual stable with Ridge Holland and Cesaro? How do we miss that? Like, that's money right there. I'm going with Sheamus and Ridge Holland, though. Ridge Holland really hasn't had a big showcase yet. And I feel like this is that chance to give him that big showcase for them to sit there and run with this whole him and Sheamus being buddy or like mentor type thing.
Awesome. Okay. The notorious REL. Really, can't you see? Who you got for this? Who you got for this tag team match?
Well, first of all, I didn't even know this was existing, but I'm going to have to go with Ridge Holland and Sheamus on this one. I think they're trying to build Ridge Holland up, like Dryzzy said. I think they're trying to build him up into something.
Okay. All right. Rob, my main man, who you got for this one, man?
Yeah, see, I agree with everyone. They're going to build Ridge Holland up, but I don't know. I was watching some old episodes of Lucha Underground, and they had Prince Puma on there. And maybe it's because I was watching that, you know what I mean? And Cesaro was like my guy, you know. I'm going with Cesaro and Ricochet, you know what I mean? Because, hey, maybe it's because Prince Puma was fresh on my mind, so I'm going to go with them.
Oh, man, no.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Cesaro and Ridge Holland. They've been around longer, and Cesaro and Ricochet, yeah, they have the power, experience, and also the quickness on their teams. But I think, you know, the camaraderie between Ridge Holland and Sheamus is definitely gonna pull them through this one. They're gonna win this. So the next match we have is a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship. The defending champion, Big E. Eat his pancakes or he will kick your butt. Defending against Seth Rollins, the king of drip or the master of drip or whatever it is. You know, I'm from the old school. If you tell me you got that drip, I'll tell you might want to go to a doctor and get that checked.
Get checked out, bro. Got to get checked out.
We got, and it's going to be him versus Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley. Man, we got four big men. Rob likes to say two big men, but we got four big men in the ring bumping meat.
Right.
As Rob likes.
It's like 3.5. Seth ain't all that big.
Oh yeah. You're right. Seth look like he be on that vegan diet, you know what I'm saying? Like he be like drinking that soy milk and whatnot, you know, and
you know they call him CrossFit Jesus, so
he look like he would, if he see you eating some bacon, he'll give you that death stare, like, nah,
it's
bro.
Like, how dare you?
If you ever see this man, please don't kick my butt, man. It's all in good fun. But yeah. We got these four men in a fatal four-way match for the WWE Championship. Man, it's gonna be hard to call this one. Barack, who you going with, man?
This one's very hard to call, but I'm a big Bobby Lashley fan. So I think I'm going in that direction because he's just the man. Like, I've been watching this guy since 2005, so you know it just doesn't stop with me. So that's the direction I'm going in. So But not to discredit none of the other guys. I just think with that, I feel like he has a fair advantage. Like you said, it is 4 big guys in the ring.
Yeah, I tell you what though, Bobby Lashley look like one of them dudes. If they ever go in karaoke and and sing and they hit a high note, you can't laugh at that dude. Look at how big that dude is. Ain't nobody trying to laugh at no dude that could beat them up, yo. Imagine a man hit a Michael Jackson high note. He'd be like, "What you laughing at?" Nah, I'm laughing at the sky, bro. Look at that sky up there.
That was funny. Like that was funny over there, man. This kid was walking,
Yeah, Or if he go and he start doing stand-up comedy, you gotta laugh. He gonna force you to laugh. Like, why don't you laugh? Yo, you funnier than Chris Rock, man. Yeah.
Give this man an HBO special. Give that man an HBO special.
Drizzy, who you going for this one, man?
Bobby holds a special place in me and Black Barbie's heart because he is an OVW alumni. But this is a chance for Big E to knock off 3 big names at one time.
Right.
I can't pass that one up. Big E's got to get this one. This will instantly solidify his title reign. It'll give him the signature wins that Kofi never got. Like, Kofi got good feuds, and what the biggest name he got was the redemption on Randy. This is a chance for Big E to kind of surpass that. So I'm going with Big E. He's got this.
Okay, all right. Notorious REL, who you going with?
Well, golly, I love Bobby Lashley, but I'm going with Big E. I think Big E's gonna walk out as champion, but I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think Big E's gonna stay champion, but we're gonna get Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins as a tag team, and I think they'll be the ones to take the belt off of RK Bro whenever that happens.
So here's where I'm going to agree to disagree with you right there. That tag team is not going to be it. I've been saying that. I've had this theory for a long time, but I have a gut feeling it might. And like I said, Seth Rollins and KO are a great team, but I think that I don't get if it happens, it happens. I'm all for it, but I think the one person, and if you look at it, the one person Kevin Owens is going to win those tag team titles with is going to be Sami Zayn. I think that's what's going to happen. It's bound to. Yes, they're best friends, and I guess was it good friends, better enemies. But I think the only person, and it wouldn't surprise me if both of them had that clause where they probably told Vince or Laurinaitis, whoever hired them, you can give us whatever crappy storylines or gimmicks you want. When it comes time for us to win the tag team titles, it must be with Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. That's what I think it is. But if that happens with Seth Rollins, I'm all for it. I mean, they both have large personalities and whatnot. So you could be onto something there.
Yeah.
Rob, who you got, man?
Yeah, I wrote down on here Big E because, I think Big E's going to win this one. I think him and Roman are pretty much, they're going to WrestleMania as the champs. You know what I mean? It's just who's going to face them at WrestleMania. So, Big E and Roman, I think they're good until WrestleMania. I don't think anybody's beating them until at least WrestleMania. So, that's why I got Big E down.
Awesome. That's cool. So, honestly, I think Big E's gonna take it. Big E's gonna take it somehow. Seth is gonna get screwed out of it. Kevin Owens is gonna get screwed out of it. Bobby Lashley, I think, might take the pin, but I think Big E's gonna take it. I know that Bobby Lashley has MVP on his side, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, man. When in matches like these, managerial interference, it could work, it could not work. Because you may take one guy out, but then you got another guy to worry about too. And I don't think MVP has the skill to take out more than one guy in that match. So I think Big E's gonna pull it off by the skin of his teeth. He's gonna pull it off. So the next match we have is a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. It's going to be the defending champion, the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, the defending champion, versus Brock Lesnar. And note well, both of these men are heading into this match sans Paul Heyman. So it's going to be interesting. So, Barack, who you got for this one?
Oh man, this one is a real hard one because I love both camps. So, but if I had to choose one, it would have had to be Roman, man. I mean, like I said, the Universal title is very, very prestigious in this day and time. And he's been proven to, not being knocked off his pedestal. So Roman, I think I got Roman for the win, man. Not to sleep on Brock Lesnar, and I know what Brock is capable of, but I think Roman gonna take it, man.
All right.
Roman been through a lot, so I think he's gonna take it.
Yeah. Dryzzy, how about you? Who you going with?
I have no idea. And I don't. And truthfully, this match is not for the WWE Universal title. This is for custody of Paul Heyman. This is strictly for the custody of Paul Heyman. And I really don't know. I'm gonna say Roman just because I feel like his road is a little bit more clear, but I feel like they're gonna run this back, if not at Mania or Rumble or something. But I'm just gonna go with Roman just to motivate a rematch.
Okay. Ariel, who you got?
All right, so I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns because I gotta acknowledge the tribal chief. But I feel like I think it's fake that's going on between this Paul Heyman. I think it's a swerve to throw Brock Lesnar off his game. And I think they're going to double cross Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, yeah. You might be onto something. This match is. I don't know how far back y'all's fandom goes for wrestling. Rob, I know your fandom goes way even further back than mine because I started in '90. But if y'all remember, I don't know if y'all ever saw it live or y'all saw it on a VHS or YouTube eventually. But this is giving me Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty Royal Rumble 1993 vibes. That's what this is giving me. With Sensational showing when she didn't know if she wanted to be on Marty or Shawn's side. Although I think it was ridiculous. I mean, come on, the man hit you in the head with a portable mirror. Why would you want to go back to Shawn? But this is what that match. This is the vibes that match is giving me. Rob, who you going with, man?
Yeah, I'm going with Roman on this one. This match, it's not going to be technical or anything. I think it's going to be Superman punch, spear. I see Roman kicking out of like 3 F5s. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God, Roman kicked out of 3 F5s, and then spear, Superman punch. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be. There's going to be no Kurt Angle, Bret Hart type of technical thing. No, it's just two big men bumping meat in this match. So, but I'm going Roman on this one.
Yeah. So honestly, I've always said this. The only if it's not The Rock that faces Roman at WrestleMania, it's going to be Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, for those of y'all who don't know, has never pinned Roman Reigns, and if you look at it, he's really trying to get back into that title picture, and he wasn't even in the Battle Royal to get that title shot. So I'm predicting it's going to eventually be Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, and Drew McIntyre is going to finally get the pin on Roman and get that title because he's beaten Seth Rollins, he's beaten John Moxley back when they were Shield. So Roman's definitely going to be dropping it to Drew. However, if you notice too, it will be fitting because once Drew lost that belt, he started walking around with the sword. So I think there's going to be a big celebration with him and that sword once he beats Roman. So with that being said, my pick is going to be Roman Reigns. He's going to beat Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman is going to double cross Brock Lesnar. Not like the first time he did it, because he did it many years ago at Big Show and Brock Lesnar. So yeah, Roman's definitely going to retain. That's my prediction. He's going to retain in this match. Although it'll be interesting to see where they take this, if they continue with the feud after Brock Lesnar gets double crossed by Paul Heyman. It'll be very interesting to see where they go. Maybe a rematch at Royal Rumble. Who knows? Or maybe they might just have a triple threat at WrestleMania with him, Drew, and Roman. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That's an interesting one. I like that.
Yeah. What I'm really interested in seeing is Solo Sikoa go to that. And I want it to happen when they're still doing this whole bloodline thing. Because Solo Sikoa was talking, he was like, yo, Oos, take it easy with my brothers. So yeah, it's I want to see how that interaction is gonna be, if he's gonna fall in line or if he's gonna be like Jimmy and be like, nah, man, you don't have me like Jay, man. You know? But the next match, and speaking of the bloodline, the next match we have is a tag team match for the WWE Smackdown Tag Team Championship. It's gonna be the defending champions, number one, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, versus the New Day. Yes, they are, which is King Woods and Sir Kofi Kingston. Barack, who you got for this one, man?
Oh man, this is the match I'm really looking forward to. I gotta go with the Usos, man. Like I said, it's an underdog thing, and I think the Usos got a lot more to prove. Not to sleep on the New Day. I think it's more family oriented, and I think the Usos got it. They got a lot more to prove. It's a lot of talent. They're not to be slept on for sure. So I'm going with the Usos, man.
I ain't never slept on them Usos from the time they came in to the time they started dancing with paint on their face. I ain't never slept on them dudes, man. Shoots.
Yeah.
That whole Samoan dynasty, the Anoa'i Fatu family, and I guess you could throw in the Rock, because the Rock is not really blood, but they consider him his cousin. I wouldn't sleep on none of them, man. They do tight work. Dryzzy, who you got for this one?
I'm going with the Usos. Like, I feel as long as Roman's winning, the Usos are winning. They only take like little meaningless losses on SmackDown, but you never have a bad match out of the New Day and the Usos together. So definitely the Usos are getting this one. But in fact, I'll go ahead and give it match of the night. Absolutely match of the night.
Okay. All right. Ariel, who you going for this one?
Oh my God. Talk about perfect dance partners, because they always put on bangers. Usos and the New Day. This is a really hard one for me because I like both of them. But I'm going to go with Dryzzy on this one. If Roman's winning, the Usos is winning. So, and I think Vince is trying to milk this bloodline thing because they're making a lot of money off merch and stuff. So I think the Usos got this one.
Okay. Rob, who you going with, man?
Yeah, right on down the line. I think the Usos are winning also. I don't see the New Day winning. As much as I love King Woods and Kofi, I don't think they're going to get this match. And like everybody said, every match they put on is just fire. So, yeah, if it's not match of the night, it's going to be 1A, 1A, 1B or whatever. Yeah, I agree with that. But hopefully, maybe after this, hopefully Woods, get a shot at like a singles belt, like the IC belt or something, maybe do something with that. Because I hate seeing him win King of the Ring and then nothing comes of it or something, man. So I want to see something come of it. That's what I'm hoping.
All right, cool. So who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with the Usos. They gonna take this. I'm glad for King Woods. He finally got some shine, because for the last couple of years, Biggie and Kofi had their successful singles career and whatnot, and he was just the third guy. I'm glad he finally won King of the Ring this year. And I know that the supposed myth in WWE is that once you win King of the Ring, your career elevates, but it's not gonna be day one. It ain't gonna be. It's not happening. So I'm gonna go with the Usos. They definitely gonna walk out there with the titles. If they don't, I wouldn't be mad either because the New Day are good. I'm gonna say this right now: the New Day and the Usos are up there with feuds like the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express.
Yeah.
What's another one? Legion of Doom and the Brain and the Brain Busters or Arn and Tully. They're up there with those great tag team feuds. The Hart Foundation and the British Bulldogs. They're up there with that. They put on bangers and it's always a great time when they're in the ring. So, but I think tonight's gonna be a Uso night, a Bloodline night.
So they the ones.
Oh yeah,
Usos got that.
The next match we have, to me, this is I guess a bit of a coming of age. Man, so the next match we have is the Rated R Superstar, the Ultimate Opportunist, Edge versus the A-lister, the host of the most the most must-see TV show, Miz TV, The Miz. Oh man, this is, if The Miz wins, in all honesty. All right, you know what? I'm gonna give my opinion later after y'all go. Barack, who you got, man?
Oh man, as much as I love The Miz, I gotta give it to the OG Edge, man. It's not because the years in the game or nothing like that, but I don't think I don't want to be biased, but I just think Edge has a upper advantage over Miz, and I think he got it, man. But it should be a dope match to see. I'm a big fan of Edge myself, so I think Edge will have it, man. So
okay, Dryzzy, who you got, man?
So I've been getting heat because I'm into this feud, Edge and Miz. It is something that we didn't really get Edge's first time around, because by the time Edge was like up, Miz was out. In fact, I believe Miz's the first world title match that we'd be seeing at Mania, that was Edge's last match, I believe. I might be wrong, you might have to check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And Miz has only skyrocketed since, and the whole feud is just centered around you guys thought I was just this loser for so long. I'm into it, and I absolutely believe Miz is winning this one. I believe it wholeheartedly. It's gonna be a feud that lasts for a little bit, and I'm into it. Like they haven't had a lot of stuff that I've been into lately. I'm into this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give my opinion real soon. Ariel, who you got?
All right, I'm gonna have to go with the Miz on this one. I think Maurice is gonna cheat to get the win, but we gotta get the whole spoof like they did with Cena and Nikki, because that was clever to me. And I think Beth needs to get involved a little bit, but I think that should be safe for like Mania. But I think the Miz is gonna get this one. I love Edge, but the Miz needs this win.
All right, Rob, who you going with?
Yeah, I wrote down the Miz also because I can see the Miz winning and then him just running his mouth going, "Yo, I beat Edge when he came back. I was at Dancing with the Stars. I'm a reality TV superstar. You know what I mean? Just another thing to add to his list to talk trash about every time he comes out." So I'm gonna go with Miz, but I don't think this feud is over though. I think there's gonna be definitely round 2 or 3 or something. But round 1, I'm giving it to the Miz just so we can have more arsenal for him to talk trash on.
So I call this a coming of age match, even though Miz is a former WWE, a former 2-time WWE champion. But to me, Miz winning this would actually sort of elevate him, even though in my opinion it wouldn't really elevate him that much because okay, look at who he beat back in 2010. He beat Randy Orton for the WWE title, then he beat him again. Even though he had help from Alex Roddy, then he beat John Cena when The Rock was special guest referee. He did that. But to me, like, he never really elevated even more than what I guess he should have been. I mean, yeah, you beat The Rock. Yeah, you beat John Cena, but you lost it the next pay-per-view afterwards. A feud I would have loved to see The Miz have would be with CM Punk, because I could imagine how two of them going back and forth, and I wouldn't be able to tell who would win that promo battle because, yeah, The Miz would diss CM Punk and whatnot, but at the same time, CM Punk's one of those guys, in my opinion, that's hard to beat in a promo battle because.
All right.
Let's talk a little off wrestling for like just 2 minutes. 8 Mile, the last battle in 8 Mile when you had B Rabbit versus Papa Doc, right? B Rabbit pretty much started first, and he said all the bad things about himself, and then he said all the stuff, all the stuff that Papa Doc was keeping secret. But the part that the crazy part was he admitted that to people that he's this messed up person. All this stuff happened to him. That is what CM Punk does. CM Punk doesn't hide the fact that he wrestled in a backyard and that he's not the best and he's skinny fat and all that. So how would The Miz be able to beat a person like that? That would have been interesting. That would have been a very good story to hear. And I wouldn't have minded that. And I was hoping they would have given that feud. But they didn't. And for the last 10 years, it's been kind of, to me, the same thing with Miz. There might have been a bit of a bleep, every now and then.
I agree with you.
It's been the same thing. And I'm not saying he's bad on the mic. No. But it's been the same it's been the same. He hasn't gone down, but he hasn't gone up. So, I mean, what would this do for him? Yeah, we know.
I think Miz still got a point to prove.
He does, but what I think what Remy's saying is the whole, for the last 10 years, we're still playing the Miz as the underdog role. And honestly, he doesn't have any big wins to sit there and say that he's not. Like, yeah, he's beating the biggest guys at that time, but after John Cena, there's nobody else that he can sit there and say that he's beaten. Edge adds that to his list.
Yeah. And I mean, what would it do for him? I mean, I don't think it would do anything for him. And I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. No, the man's pretty good. Although we all know that, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I know that the so-called Marty Jannetty of him and Morrison was actually the Shawn Michaels of him and Morrison. And Morrison proved that, but that's another story for another day. But I would say Miz is gonna win. He's probably gonna, Maurice better not get too involved because once Beth Phoenix gets involved, it's a wrap for her. But my thing is, if Miz wins, what is it going to do for him? He's not gonna go. He's gonna go after another U.S. title reign. He can't go after go over the big title. I don't see him beating any of those guys. I mean, Kevin Owens. We saw what happened with him and Bobby Lashley. That didn't go well. Seth Rollins, don't even try it. Seth Rollins would finesse him out of that. And Big E, I mean, he probably could, but I don't see it happening. Big E's hot right now.
You just opened my eyes.
All right.
So,
that could put him in the main event picture for good.
I mean, if it does, I'm all to see it, but I want to see what he would do against Big E. What he would do if Seth Rollins won. Although WWE would never put heel versus heel, but I mean, I'm gonna go with the Miz on this. So I'm not hating on the Miz. I mean, I respect the fact that he started as a reality TV star and he's doing his thing in the ring and he's respected. But my question is, my prediction is yes, he's gonna win. But my question is, what's it gonna do for him?
Right. I always looked at Miz like he always had like chip on his shoulder. And I've been seeing that throughout his whole career. Like he always try to go to the next plateau to be the top star. So, but it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, no doubt. They're definitely gonna build a roof off the place. If not the Usos stealing it, it's definitely gonna be this match right here, Edge versus Miz. It's gonna happen. So the next match we have is a singles
We
match.
gotta get Ariel and Rob.
Oh, did y'all go already?
Oh, they did?
Yeah. I went. Yeah, I picked Miz.
We picked the Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah, rock pit, man.
Hey, if I skip y'all, tell me. I'm getting old, so I tend to forget certain things. So yeah, just let me know. So the next match we have is a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. It's going to be the defending champion, Straight Fire, the Last Kicker, the Man, whatever other moniker she has, versus Liv Morgan. Barack, who you got for this one?
Oh man. Shit, this is hard. I think Liv comes out on top for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like I said, a lot of those newer big guys, they have a chip on their shoulder, and it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, let's win or go home. It's one of those. And like I said, the women's title is a prestigious belt, so whoever gets it, they just it's one of those things where it's very unpredictable, but I do got Liv going out on top because I think she has a point to prove. And she's been doing it ever since she came into WWE.
All right. Okay. Dryzzy, who you got for this one?
It's gonna be Becky. And they've done a great job of making us putting a seed of doubt that Liv is gonna win this belt.
Right.
But if they were really gonna make Becky take a loss, they're not gonna do it at this pay-per-view. It would be at one of the big 4 pay-per-views. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely
something a little more
Becky.
down the line.
Yeah, something with a bigger moment that's gonna sit there and really build it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with Becky.
Awesome. Okay. Ariel, who you got for this one?
Oh gosh. I like Liv's motivation. I like that they're giving her a push, but I gotta go with Big Time Bex on this one. But I'm the kind of person I like surprises. I think we're either getting Asuka coming back or we're getting Bayley coming back. And one of them is Becky's next opponent.
I would love to see Bayley. I would say love to see Bayley and Becky.
I would like to see all 4 of these women in one brand, and let them have their little egos and whatnot, and hair pulling and chopping and whatnot, and punches, and let them just to see how it would be, just to sit back and watch that war. And let SmackDown or what other brand they're not on, that the new ones have it. But of course, they're not gonna have that. But I'm not hating on Becky. She's earned her place. The same as Charlotte, the same as Sasha, the same as Bayley. Even though people think that Charlotte doesn't deserve to be where she is, but I personally think that she gives an optimum performance in the ring. And once you beat Charlotte, that means you're pretty much, creme de la creme. And if you beat all 4 horsewomen, you're pretty much creme de la creme. So hence, and who else has beaten all of them? Tamina, but Tamina didn't. I haven't really done anything with Tamina. So, but yeah, but I wouldn't mind seeing all 4 of them on one brand. Rob, who you going with this one, man?
Yeah, I'm going with Becky Lynch on this one, man. I think with Liv, I think they're just throwing her in there to see, what she can do, see how good she can take it, handle everything. But For some reason, I don't know. I don't think they know what to do with Liv because every time they do something with her, it's like a start and stop. I'll get behind her. I'm like, yeah, Liv's gonna do something. And oh no, we gotta take her back. You know what I mean? She crashes a wedding. I'm like, all right, man, she's gonna do something, and then take it back or whatever. I'm like, all right, okay, yeah. So I'm going with Becky on this one, but I think it'll be a good match. I think Liv will do something. She might get real close or something. Yeah, like Bailey or Asuka or something will come out, and and that'll be Becky's next opponent. So something like that, I hope. But yeah, I'm going with Becky on this one.
I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch as well, but she's not gonna leave unscathed. She is gonna put some respect on Liv's name because Liv is gonna come at her like a bat out of hell. Like she's gonna come out swinging, and Becky might be a bit disoriented at first, but eventually she's gonna pull it together to get the win. But afterwards, she's gonna put some respect on her name and not do all this. Oh, you're gonna cry and all that stuff. She's definitely gonna know to respect Liv Morgan. So I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch for this one. And it wouldn't surprise me if she ends up going back in the Royal Rumble and winning and facing her at WrestleMania. So the next match that we have is a singles match, and it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus the Jokester, the guy who apparently tells a lot of great jokes, and he's funnier than Kevin Hart and Dane, all the other Cedric the Entertainer, all the other guys. Madcap Moss. Barack, who you got for this one, man?
My chest.
Oh man. This was tough. This was tough.
He can't say it with a straight
You had to
face.
come back to me on that one. You got to come back to me on that one.
He can't even say it with a straight face.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
I can't even call him, man. Hey, I mean, Drew McIntyre's a multi-time champion, and Madcap Moss is that dude, man. I heard a lot of things about him, yo. Like I heard he's the future. Yeah, man. I don't know. I can't call it.
But if I had to pick somebody, though, it'll probably have to be Drew. I feel like seasoned vet versus the new guy. And why not, right?
Why is it on the main card? Why is this match on the main card? Like I need Vince to explain. I need Vince to talk to me. This doesn't make sense. Can we switch the Ricochet and Cesaro match for this match because it's Madcap Moss's interest is gonna be longer than this match.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, Drew's gonna come out. Claymore, we're in the back, chilling. Like this. This is not. Like in fact, it'll be Madcap Moss's best joke today.
Hey, you ask why this match is on the card and not the Cesaro and Ricochet. Honestly speaking, you make me want to go on TikTok and do a little background thing of this and be like the black dude from Italy, like that.
But yeah.
I don't know. I can't with Vince anymore, man. Vince, if you're seeing this, that's all I'm gonna say.
Vince got too much money to be acting like this.
Like I could see if this was Corbin.
It's the money, man.
If this was Corbin, all right, I got you. That makes sense. It's Madcap Moss. I don't even know what a Madcap is.
Right.
I don't think I want to know either.
Like, who uses Madcap in the year 2021?
Hey, real talk. This match almost gave Dryzzy a heart attack. He was like, I was like, hey, you okay, bro?
Like, why are we doing this? This is a SmackDown match. An early SmackDown match at that.
Right.
Like, Jesus. Like, Drew's going to open a can of beer. It's going to be cold. He's going to set it there for his interest. It's going to be cold by the time he gets back, still.
Oh, man. Ariel,
he definitely gives me them Stone Cold vibes. For real.
Ariel, who got for this match?
Oh my god. So number one, Madcap sounds like a horrible Batman villain. Number one. I hate his name. I hate it.
Listen,
Can you go back?
no Batman.
money.
I swear, there's been Batman slander for like the last 3
My
weeks on
man.
Twitter. We're no more Batman slander.
So Drew McIntyre sticking that sword in the ground is going to be longer than this match. It's Drew McIntyre. Come on now. Oh gosh. Why?
It's the money, man. It's the money talking, man.
It is. It's got to be.
I tell you, Rob, who you got for this one, man?
Yeah, I wrote
Don't
down Drew
disappoint me,
also. Yeah, I wrote down Drew also, man. Because from doing ref training and stuff, I know there's different parts of a match, and the difference between a squash match and a quick match is there's no hope. And Madcap Moss has no hope. You know what I mean? So whenever you see a squash match, you be like, that dude ain't got no hope. Yeah, so there we go. So I'm going with Drew on this one.
Yeah, I'm a go with Drew McIntyre on this one. This is gonna be one of those matches where it's gonna be 1 minute match and that's it. Don't go to the bathroom on this one because you're gonna miss what happens. So yeah, make sure you stay and
If you go to the bathroom, make sure you go as soon as the first entrance happens because the entirety of it is gonna be about 10 minutes. And I'm giving you 8 of it is gonna be entrances.
Maybe Madcap will tell a joke, and it's so funny that Drew's gonna laugh and keel over, and he's gonna get a roll up, and that's how he's gonna win. That's what's gonna happen.
Now you see why I couldn't say this with a straight face.
You know what though is Jesus Christ.
If that happens, we're firing creative. I'm quitting WWE.
I will turn in my Peacock app right that moment.
Right.
Like I'm trying to find things to cut now. That'll be the first thing that goes.
I'll be finding AEW on the first thing smoking. Cut the check, Jack.
Man. The next match we have is the last match on the card, and it's gonna be for a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. The defending champions, RK Bro, versus the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Wow. Hey, they Street Profits is you can be making. I gotta talk to them boys, but I get profits from the streets, man. I ain't trying to do. I'm not gonna do no drugs. I mean, was it bootleg CDs? CDs don't sell anymore, but I gotta tell them what profits I can get from the street. Legally that is, no drugs or anything. Maybe I could sell some hamburgers or lemonade and whatnot. But anyways. I don't like these guys because every time they come with them red cups, it's a possibility I can't get no red cups to sip my gin and juice or my Jaeger bombs, my Henny and Coke, or my coconut water and Henny because these dudes done messed up all the red cups. So yeah, but they good though, man. They cool peeps. But yeah, Barack, who you got for this one, man?
I got RK Bro. It's just I don't think Orton can be stopped. I think Riddle, and like I said, I like this collaboration from day one, and I think it's just one of those. And I think like I said, Orton still he has a big legacy, and I think this match is probably gonna be one of those matches where it rides on his shoulders. So RK Bro for the win for sure.
Awesome. Okay.
I want Street Profits to win. I really do.
You don't gotta be biased, man. It's okay.
Man, so my little brother said I look like Angelo Dawkins. So I see it a little bit if I put like a headband right here. But as much as I want that to happen, RK Bro's not losing them belts for a while. I don't see him losing for a while. I don't even see how. I really don't. I mean, I know tag team continuity is supposed to outlast talent like that, but I don't know if the Street Profits can overcome Randy Orton alone. So,
hey, it's okay if you look like Angelo Dawkins. If you look like Virgil, then you got a problem.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one you don't want.
Yeah, so a certain professional wrestler that will not be named, but we've had them on our show, said that one time Virgil was backstage and they walked out the room and said, "I don't want to be black no more," and everybody started laughing. So
Oh God, no! Oh,
yes, if you look like Angelo Dawkins, it's okay. Shoot, Jobber Tears has a guy that looks like Keith Lee, and
oh,
so
you,
it's
you talking about Big Baby? Shout out Big Baby.
Yeah.
Son, big baby.
That's Big
Hey,
Baby.
you big.
That's my guy. We got the same name, so
Hey, when I seen brother, I'm like, hey, look, man, you look at Keith Lee, and let me tell you right now, I wouldn't want no smoke with you unless you have a barbecue. You offer me a plate. Other than that, I'm good, man.
that's my guy. They used to call him Little Limitless. Oh no, that is my guy though. Shout out Big Baby.
Big
Yeah,
baby.
man. So Ariel, who we got for this match, man?
Oh God, I'm not even gonna play with y'all because, like, first and foremost, I want the Street Profits to win, but man, that Arcade Bro train is just I didn't like it at first, but I love it now, and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them losing at all. I see them even going to almost Mania, making it to Mania.
Mm-hmm.
So give me RK Bro. I keep saying it reluctantly, but give me RK Bro.
So you're
Okay.
ashamed. You're ashamed to be a fan of it.
Yes, I am. I really am.
But
Hey.
you know something though. Orton has a way of building up young talent,
Facts.
and
Yep.
why not,
Right,
right?
man.
Yeah, I'm going with RK Bro also. I think it's going to be a good match, man. It's going to be that and the Usos. I think probably going to be matches of the night because I'm looking at all these singles matches. I'm like, yeah, Edge and Miz and all, yeah, but yeah, this is going to be a real good match. So I'm going with RK Bro and yeah, the Street Profits. They're awesome and stuff, but they're going to make it a great match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a Street Profits. They're gonna put up a heck of a fight. Like this for the gold. They went through a lot in that Arcade Bro tournament to get here. If they don't win, they're gonna put up a heck of a fight. But me, I wouldn't mind seeing the Profits win. But because I think when they had, was it the Raw? They have the Smackdown. They did that whole title trade, but I didn't see them get a nice little lengthy win and whatnot. They're very talented, but I'm gonna have to go with RK Bro with RK Bro. They're gonna pull it off. As odd a couple as they are. I mean, Randy Orton's like an antisocial, you don't mess with me, I don't mess you up kind of guy. We meanwhile on the other hand, in the contrast, you have Riddle, who is social and he'll pretty much, and let's be honest, we're all grown folk here. He'll pretty much light one up with pretty much anybody, whatnot. But let's be honest, it's working for them, and I feel like they're gonna pull it off. I mean, this team beat the Usos of Survivor Series, and they're more seasoned. So I'm gonna give it to RK Bro. So we have NXT New Year's Evil coming up, but before we go to that, do y'all have any further predictions on what's gonna happen with Day One?
I'm
Aren't the
very
Migos gonna
curious
be
to see
there?
what this play.
Yeah, the Migos supposed to be performing. The Migos
All right,
supposed to be
yeah.
performing.
So, man, I think they're gonna maybe interfere or do something somewhere along the lines of somebody's match or something, or they're going to be in there with a promo with somebody or something. But I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, they're gonna straighten somebody's match or somebody's
Something.
tolerance. Straightening, yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
Do a little bit of straightening.
Do you think they're gonna go in there and do Ric Flair drip just to mess with them?
Man, that's how they got him in there. They said, "Oh yeah, you come perform Ric Flair." I'm like, hold on, Ric
That's
Flair
right.
working no more. Like, Ric
That's
Flair
right.
working no more.
Ric Flair drip go woo.
Don't
on a
let
chick.
Ric Flair fool you. He's still getting them WWE checks.
Yeah, they got no choice. Ric Flair, he's enriched in their blood. They have to pay him.
Yeah, they definitely gotta give him that money. All right. So, any last predictions before we go on to NXT?
Nah.
All right.
I think I'm good.
Okay. So next up we have NXT New Year's Evil, which takes place on January 4th, which is next Tuesday. And we have 5 matches. But it's going to be a good card. Contrary to what people think, most people think, I have no problem with the new NXT. I mean, it could be worse. They could go back to the first format they had, where they had people carrying heavy barrels across a line and
oh God, no, we're not going
that.
We can't go back to that.
Yeah, like
talking about with the black and gold.
Yeah,
we talking back to the game show.
The game show. It could be worse. It could go back to that. But I
don't really follow the new NXT, but I will give my predictions. I don't really follow it, but I'll give
it's hit and miss. It's hit and miss.
It's hit and miss.
You see what they're doing, and for the most part, it's only like skin deep, but it's got potential.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't really have a problem with it. The only problem I have with WWE is Raw. Change Raw, fix Raw. That's it. SmackDown is doing fine.
Go back to 2 hours with Raw. If I were Raw, I'll go back to 2 hours. It's easier on the eyes.
Yeah, go back to 2 hours and find something else for that third hour. You know, I mean, there should be no reason why your weekly
3
episode.
hours is just 3 hours is just a snooze fest. It's like after that, the first hour is cool. Second hour is like, Then third hour, I'll be ready to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. They.
I've been kind of pushing the narrative that Raw needs to make one of those hours a all women show.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down about that.
That way we get a chance to get the women some actual time. People like the Dana Brooks and I'll say Nikki AHS and stuff.
The people AHS. That you don't really see on the national stage.
Right. Instead of just how many women's matches we get a week? Like 2, maybe 3?
Yeah, 2, maybe.
Like this gives us a chance to get more than just that. And they've proven that they can
you
do
barely
it
get
an hour. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so look.
Yeah, but the thing is they need to do is stop firing the women. Stop letting them go. They just let go Tony Storm. I'm like, are you serious? Like,
yeah, I see that.
You know, you had Taya Valkyrie, who could have had a great match with Charlotte Flair. You let her go. You let go Ruby Soho. They could have gone after those tag team titles. You let Tegan. Well, Tegan Knox was, or what was her? I forgot what her indie name was. But
Nixon
Newman.
Yeah,
right?
Something like that. Something around that, yeah.
Nixon I could understand because she got injured so many times. Eventually it was like, hey, you're barely resting. We got to cut our losses. We're sorry if you need rehab, but I could see that. But all these women, they even had a female luchadora. Catalina, what's her name? And they barely used her. I'm like, why?
She got one match in like maybe 5 years.
Yeah. Like, if anything, just put them in the squash matches. That's it. That's all you got to do. But I don't know. Vince is going to do what he wants to do or what he thinks is best for him, for his company.
Vince is going to Vince.
Yep.
Vince is going to sit there and drink that coffee like he always do. Come over something new.
Damn it.
So the next match.
He's the type of person, he'll jab it in your face.
Oh, yeah. So the next match we have is, well, no, not the next match. So the first match we have on the card is a singles match, and it's going to be the phenomenal AJ Styles, the face that runs the place, versus Australia's newest export and a man who was actually 1/3 of the Babes. All our Australian listeners, you know what we're talking about. That stable that he was in back in Australia with Carter Deems, and I think her name was Harley Wonder, who looks like Piper Niven. Grayson Waller Barack, who you got for this one, man?
AJ, man. When I look at AJ Styles' home team, so I mean, it's nothing else to be said, man. That's my guy, home team, man.
Awesome. And my good friend Bobby Stryker says AJ will find a way. Okay, you could be right. You could be right. Dryzzy, who you got for this one?
I want Grayson Waller to get punched in the face so many times. I want AJ to do a phenomenal forearm from all four sides of the ring. That's how bad I want Grayson Waller to lose. He does a great job being a heel. He does a great job. He made I can't call it, LA Knight look
Eli
like
Drake,
the
just
biggest.
said.
He made him look like the biggest baby face. And he changed nothing about his whole gimmick. Grayson Waller is gonna be a great heel someday. Like, he makes you want to see him get beat up. So AJ's winning, definitely.
AJ definitely winning.
All right. Ariel, who you got for this match?
Oh, well, I love AJ Styles. I loved him forever. But Grayson Waller, I want that heel heat. Like, I want him to have significant heel heat. Mm-hmm. If we're not getting an almost sighting at New Year's Evil, I mean, AJ's gonna whoop that ass. That's just end of the day, point blank.
Yeah.
Cool. Rob, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick AJ, and that's because of an old saying my dad told me when I was younger. Man, whenever I tried to compete with him, he would look at me and go, "Old and cunning beats youth and speed." So yeah, AJ Styles is getting this one. You know what I mean? I think yeah, but it'll be probably a good match. But I think AJ's got this one.
Who want to bet against AJ at this point?
Yeah, I think AJ's got this too. But I think this is where Grayson Waller is going to prove himself as, you know, part of NXT. He's definitely going to prove himself and whatnot. And he hasn't taken any lefts either. He's always been there, and he's always stood up to AJ. So, and for those of y'all listening and watching, Grayson Waller is not no pushover. He's not no college guy that they said that, you know, college sports didn't work out for him, so now he's in WWE. No, this man did his thing on the indie circuit in Australia as 1/3 of the babes. You could actually find you could probably find their matches on YouTube. You know, go check him out. But he's the man is no slouch. I'm actually hoping they hire his tag team partner, and maybe or his stable mates, and then we definitely have an Australian stable there if WWE. That's it. So
I don't trust WWE with Australians.
Yeah, you know
they've had an amazing amount of talent, and they're all just slipping one by one out of here.
They could add an Australian stable with TMDK.
They had it. Had it. They had 3 pieces, and
they had 4. They had 4. Yeah, so there's Shane Thorne, Mickey Knuckles. I mean, not Mickey Knuckles. Miller. Mike Miller. Yeah, the other guy. There was 2 of them. TM61. There's Jonah.
Yep.
Jonah Rock, as I know him. And there's Duke Davis. Or is it Duke Davis? Rob, who was the guy that gambles that what's his name? I keep forgetting the names, man. Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson was part of that stable too. And if they really wanted to, they could have hired. There was another guy named Damian Slater, who was in the Cruiserweight tournament 5 years ago. He was the only Australian. He was in there too. And yeah, they could have made that stable, but I guess they thought it wasn't worth it. But yeah, yeah, hey, they're gonna do what they want to do, man. I mean, it is what it is. So the next match we have is a 6-man tag team match, and it's gonna be this guy definitely is a workhorse. It's gonna be Riddle and MSK, which is the tag team of Nash Carter and Wesley, versus Imperium, which is Walter, Fabian Eichner, and Marcel Barthel. Wow.
You gotta do the hoop.
Yeah, and play that faux Star Wars, music that they have.
It's Symphony 9. It's Symphony 9. I listened to it at work.
Yeah. So Barack, who you got for this one?
Oh man, it's a lot of new talent right there. I would have to say maybe Imperium, I guess. Like I said, I really don't follow it, but I guess I would have to say that. I mean, I don't really know too much about it to give clarification or whatever.
Okay. And Bobby Stryker says Imperium. Okay. Dryzzy, who you got?
I'm wearing my tracksuit to this match. Imperium is winning. Imperium is winning. He's slapping everybody in the chest. Walter, this isn't gonna be a match of the year candidate because all 6 of these guys go hard and fast. It's definitely Imperium. Definitely Imperium.
Okay. Ariel, who you got?
Man, it's Walter. Did y'all see what he did to Ilya's chest? Riddle's about to go to Raw next week, being messed up.
He gonna have a big old chest print right here.
I'm going with Imperium. Walter made me a believer.
Ooh, y'all think Walter can do him? Y'all think Walter can do Riddle like he did Adam Cole and make him do a backflip?
Probably.
Random pop out of WWE. That's something.
I want to see Walter try to do that with Randy Orton. If Walter knows us good, he's not going to go to the main roster.
Oh no! There's a few. Walter chop is a thing.
I could see Bobby Lashley taking one of those chops and then put him in that hurt lock. I could see Big E putting the big ending on that guy. Yeah, don't. And he ain't gonna go over Roman. So yeah, stay in NXT, my boy. Don't go to them, the red or blue. Nah. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not hating on him. He's a great wrestler, but nah, I don't see him surviving.
No stripes to go over there.
Yeah. So, Ariel, who you going with?
I was gonna go with Walter and Imperium.
Okay. Rob, how about you? Who you got?
Yeah, I'm going with Imperium. There's no way I can go against Walter, man. Every time I watch him, he's always just chopping people down and dominating, throwing people around. Yeah, he's always put on a good match, man. I do want to see a feats of strength with Riddle because I see a part in the match where Riddle's just going to snatch up Walter and just like German suplex him, just a deadlift like a couple times. He's going to do something like that, and you're like, all right, Riddle, you know what I mean? Yeah, feats of strength right there. All right, yeah, but I'm going with Imperium on this one.
Imperium or Riddle and MSK. Now, Imperium's been around for a while, and it's been a long time since they've been together. But at the same time, MSK took a whole, I guess, spiritual journey or spiritual pilgrimage to find the shaman who happens to be Riddle. I was hoping it was going to be John Morrison, and they will be like, "Oh, that shaman, the shaman of sexy." But hey, he was already gone by then. So, Riddle and MSK versus Imperium. I think it's going to be. I'm gonna take a bold prediction. I'm gonna go with Riddle and MSK. Yes, Walter is coming back, but I think they're gonna pull it off, and this is gonna give them the motivation to go after those tag team titles. That's what I think it's gonna be. Although if Imperium wins, I would not be upset. But please, 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 please put the belt on Walter. That way they could be that dominant stable. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Riddle and MSK for this one. So the next match we have is a singles match to unify the NXT North American Championship and the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. It's going to be the defending North American champion, Carmelo Hayes, versus the defending Cruiserweight champion, Roderick Strong. Well, I'm not upset at this because I mean, what Cruiserweight champion? Like Debo would probably say, what Cruiserweight division? There's none left. All the guys have either been fired or moved to some other storyline with heavyweights. Barack, who you got for this one?
I got Roger Strong with this one. He's definitely. I've been a fan of his for quite some time now. I know what he can do in the ring. He's very light on his feet, and I don't think nobody wanted with him. So I got Roger Strong defending. So it's be dope. It'll be a good match though. He definitely don't miss.
Okay. And Bobby Sharkers go with Carmelo. And he says he don't miss. Okay, hey, Carmelo's been impressive. Dryzzy, who you got?
I didn't care about this match until I'm going to put him on a shirt promo. People were talking like that in NXT. Like, oh. But it's... I want to say Carmelo, just because every outside point to him, it looks like Carmelo should walk away both of them. But I'm going Roddy. Roddy has been around for a while. He is literally a cardio monster. So the longer that match goes, the more it favors Roddy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're right. Roddy's been around for a minute.
Roddy been around for some time now.
But I put him on a shirt, then that was hilarious. Like, yeah,
that was it. Man. I said you got it with that one. You got it with that one.
It was Carmelo that said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dudes, you know that dude. You know you from the hood when you saying that.
I just feel like there's a bunch of people in the back like, what is? I bet there's a bunch of people like, what does that mean?
I'm not even from the hood, and I know what that means.
Like,
yeah. And Bobby Batito, he just joined us and he said he's gonna go with Carmelo Hayes. Okay, hey Bobby, thanks for joining. Well, we got two Bobbies and a Rob. Wow, we got three, like two variations. Wow, that's crazy.
Taking over the variant. The variant.
Hey, there's another podcaster that another wrestling podcaster actually named Rob Bass too. So if we ever have him on here, it's gonna be confusion.
See, y'all gonna mess up the whole multiverse.
Unless it's not like Time Cop, same matter can't occupy the same space. You know what I mean? We're good. Good.
So, Ariel, who you got for this one?
I'm gonna go against the grain on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes. I think
that's smart.
He's a star. They're gonna put the rocket on him. I don't think Roddy's going to AEW like most people say, but I think Carmelo Hayes got this one.
Roddy better not go to AEW. He got a whole wife and kid. He better stay there and get them paychecks and look after his family.
Roddy, I feel like Roddy signed an extension before 2.0.
I think he did.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna touch on that real quick. Just my opinion. You know, if you have a wife and kids or a husband and kids, don't try to leave WWE. If they're willing to keep you on there, stay on there. Don't leave because you don't like the way they're doing your character and this. No, stay and get them paychecks, man. You know.
It depends if you're good with your money. I think it depends on if you're good with your money, because I don't think Roddy and Marina were doing too bad, because Marina was on there for a whole year not doing nothing and getting paid. Like I seen she got a match somewhere over on the West Coast, one of these in the next couple of months. So
I see that she's been making the rounds. She's wrestling in Atlanta. She wrestled on AEW. So hopefully, you know, and the thing with the indies is they tend to give wrestlers a second breath of life. in their career, as
Absolutely.
with John Morrison, you know, and EC3. So who knows? Maybe we'll see them back in WWE in the near future. Who knows? Rob, who you going for this match?
Yeah, I wrote down Carmelo Hayes on this one. I think he's going to get this one, and yeah, like they all said, Roderick Strong, man, he's a cardio machine. He's got iron lungs. But he's gonna when Carmelo wins, he's gonna be it's gonna be like, all right, he beat Roderick Strong. All right, yeah, that's that win right there. You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna get that one because I don't think Roddy needs this one. You know what I mean? So I'll go with Carmelo.
Okay, so
stay relevant.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes and
so
no.
okay, Bobby, let me touch on that real quick. So I don't know if you've been watching Ring of Honor, but who's the guy that runs Dynamite, the manager? I forgot. I know him by another name.
That runs it.
Someone that runs always, right?
The manager. Who's the manager for Dynamite?
Malcolm Bivens.
Okay, so I know him as Stokely Hathaway or Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
And Stokely's been in the game. Yeah, if you look at old school Ring of Honor from like the early 2010s, you'll see him. And he was one of and Stokely Hathaway is one of those guys that he's not a wrestler, but he brings back new breath into the art of managing, which in my opinion is a lost art in
very much
big leagues. In the big leagues being WWE, definitely WWE and AEW and Impact and so on. It's a lost art. He breathes life into that role. So if Roderick Strong were to leave, in my opinion, I think they'll be okay. I think Malcolm Bivens will be okay. You let him keep talking, he'll be great. He'll be golden. He's been on the Indies for years, doing his thing as a manager. And I think he wrestled a bit too. I think he wrestled as a tag team with Moose when Moose first started. Yeah, back in 2014. And he's been with Prince Nana and the Embassy. So as long as they have Stokely Hathaway,
Moose is doing his thing right now. I'm proud of Moose. Moose is doing his thing right now.
Yep. So as long as they have him on Diamond, he'll be good. But who I think is going to win? So we have two factors here, and they're outside of the ring. There's Trick Williams, who's the hype man, who's Mr. All Action. You know, although he wasn't all action against them two Creed brothers when they put him through that table.
Man, that man had a Mariah Carey note. He was hitting Mariah Carey notes.
Yeah. But you have Trick Williams, who's on Carmelo's side. And then you have the Diamond Mind, which is the Creed brothers, that one Japanese guy whose name I can't remember, and the one girl, the blonde girl who I can't remember either. You have them on. Yeah. So you have them on Roderick's side. So they're outnumbered. What they might want to do, first off, is they might want to get an alliance against the Diamond Mine. Maybe Sweet Talk was a jacket style or whatever.
Diamond,
you know.
Jacket time.
Yeah,
oh
jacket
God,
time.
not jacket time. Not jacket time. Anybody with jacket time.
Maybe Sweet Talk them into
or
sweeten the pot to have them form an alliance. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Roderick Strong on this one. I mean, he's more seasoned, and of course, he has backup. Yes, Carmelo has Trick Williams on his side, but it's the Diamond Mine. There's like 3 guys and a girl there, and then there's Malcolm Bivens. So I'm gonna go with Roderick Strong on this one. But it's gonna be a match. It's definitely gonna be a heck of a match, and I think.
It's definitely a match I'll tune in for.
Yeah, I think this just might be the show stealer.
Mm-hmm.
So the next match we have is a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. It's going to be the defending champion Mandy Rose, who is 1/3 of Toxic Attraction, versus Cora Jade versus Raquel Gonzalez. Barack, who you got for this one?
Oh, Raquel Gonzalez. She seems to amaze me every time I turn on the TV, right? So I think she's gonna take it. It's a lot of underdog status going around in that ring, so she's been exciting to watch, and I've been seeing highlights of her, so I think she's taking it.
Okay, Barack, how about you? I mean, sorry, Dryzzy. How about you?
Is Mandy gonna decide to come from the hot tub? I feel like she's been in the hot tub for like 3 weeks now.
Right. She should be soaked
Um,
by now.
Mandy's gonna get it. I'm pretty sure I don't see them putting the belt on Raquel right now. She's got to be coming up at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And I see her taking the pin. That way we can get a true underdog story between Mandy and Cora Jade, because they seem to really like her and really want to put her in something. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let Mandy get it. Because has Mandy even had any true big wins since she got that belt? Because I know she beat Raquel for it, and then I felt like we went right into War Games.
Not really.
That was the last time I saw Raquel.
So technically, this would be like her first real defense.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, that's wild. Yeah, go ahead and give her a win.
So Bobby Striker's going with
Mandy.
Bobby Striker is going with Mandy. Bobby Batito is going with Mandy Rose.
The two Bobbies going with Mandy.
And they say it's going to be because Bobby Striker saying it's going to be because of Dakota Kai. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So the next match we have is I'm sorry. Ariel, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. Dog was distracted me. I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose on this one. I think she's gonna retain. I'm with Dryzzy. I feel like Raquel is going up, and I think she's going to Raw. And then Cora Jade is gonna be Mandy's next opponent. Because if they're trying to build stars with 2.0,
Mm-hmm.
Cora Jade is the next star to be built.
Yeah, and somebody once mentioned that Cora Jade is young and too young and whatnot. Paige was 21 when she won the NXT Women's title.
Right.
So if Paige could do it, why not Cora Jade? You know, I could see her taking it early, but who knows? Rob,
I can see that being a Vince favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I got Mandy winning this one, but I'm gonna say Mandy's winning this one, and then there's gonna be a surprise coming out. Somebody's music's gonna hit, and then they're gonna be like, "Who's that?" And then Ring of Honor Women's Champion Roxy comes out, and it's like, "Oh snap!" You know, what I mean, they just had the tryouts and all. You know, maybe
Right.
maybe they grabbed one or two of them guys or gals. You know what I mean? And bam, here we go. You know what I mean? Now we got Cora Jade, we got Roxy. You know what I mean? You know, somebody. You know, something got to give here.
Right.
Man, you talking shoes? That would be something. That would be a shocker if Vince McMahon or whoever's in charge skips the whole introducing the class of such and such, the new class, and just has her come through, and challenge.
Bring the belt too.
I wouldn't be surprised. If Vince had some favorites.
That would be something, but I don't think it will happen with the belts because it's Ring of Honor property, and WWE, they don't like to But then again, Vince could be petty. Vince could probably have her going throw it in a trash can, a la Medusa back in the 90s. So you never know. That would be shocking, though. Me personally, I would have. I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose. She's gonna take this. Cora Jade is gonna definitely show herself, even though she's the youngest and the most, I guess you could say, most inexperienced. But she's definitely gonna show herself in this match.
Yeah.
If Dakota Kai does come out and cost Raquel Gonzalez this match, it's gonna lead to a loser leaves NXT or loser leaves Town match, which Dakota's gonna win, because as long as those two are on NXT, they can't coexist. They're gonna keep fighting. They're like Kevin Steen and let me call him guy Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Yeah, they can't really coexist. You know, they're always, every time they see each other is gonna be on site. So if Dakota Kai does happen to interfere, it's gonna lead to a loser leaves Town match. And I think Raquel is gonna lose this time. But on the bright side, Raquel's probably gonna go to Raw and reform R&R with Rhea Ripley. So I'm down for that too. But I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose is gonna keep this. So the next and last match that we have is a singles match for the NXT Championship. Tommaso Ciampa, the defending champion, versus Braun Breaker. And just an unpopular opinion, I think Rick Steiner should have been WCW World Champion. That's just my opinion. You can fight me if you want. Y'all out there could fight me if you want to.
You know the funny thing is, I was just watching WCW like last week. That's funny.
The big bad booty nephew.
I'm willing to die on that hill. Rick Steiner should have been WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He had the tools and everything.
He could. That is a world title reign that could have been amazing. Every week, open title, like, you want some? Come get some. You don't like me? Bite me. Let's go. Every week. Right. That's all it had to do.
Man, WCW wasn't thinking. They could have put the title on Rick Steiner. They could have put the title on Raven, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Shane Douglas, and you had it from Hogan to Lex Luger to Kevin Nash, all the WWE guys.
That's what happens when you give everybody creative control.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you give the wrong people creative control, and then the company goes downhill.
Yeah, hopefully AEW doesn't go that route either, you know? Yeah. Right. So, Barack, who you got for this match?
Ciampa, man. That guy never seems to amaze me, man. He's definitely one of the people that this is a match I'm looking forward to seeing as well. And like I said, he's one of my favorites right now. Definitely top dog type. Like I said, he's definitely a joy to watch as well. So I got Ciampa and retaining. So
okay, Dryzzy, who you going with?
I'm going with the big bad booty nephew. I just want them to go ahead. They play so loosely with the Steiner name. Just go ahead and call him a Steiner. Like, he's got the boots, he's got the tights. He damn there has the entrance music. I mean, like, and he is light years ahead of everybody else that's in NXT 2.0. He is the perfect person to build around. I think it's time to actually give him the belt, and then the next special that be the third round, and it truly be his coming out party, and he's the face of NXT 2.0.
Yeah, they should have just kept it at Rex Steiner and just built with that. I don't know why. I don't know what logic they have, but yeah.
I always thought it was because they didn't want anything to do with Scott Steiner. So,
right.
Yeah, but you can't. But he's Rick's son, so I mean, they can't like They could build up around Rick. You don't have to mention Scott. What do you gotta mention Scott for? Rick Steiner was a former WCW TV champion, a former WCW United States Heavyweight champion. He wasn't chopped liver.
They don't remember the Varsity Club. They do not remember the Varsity Club.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they don't. I mean, they have the whatchamacallit. They have the
entire WCW
library,
everything.
So
They act like they don't.
I don't know why. All right. So, Ariel, who are you going with?
Oh gosh, this was a hard one for me because I want to see Ciampa win, but I think this is Braun Breaker's time. He is, like Dryzzy said, he's light years ahead of that new school class of dudes, and they do need to build around him. And I think when he went on tour with them in the European tour, it showed. So I think they're gonna put the title on him, and then I think they're gonna run it back again with him and Ciampa, and then it'll be his. I don't want to say signature win, but it'll give him some legitimacy.
True. Rob, who you going with?
Yeah, I'm going with Braun on this one because I remember last pay-per-view I picked him to win over Tommaso Ciampa, but yeah, I guess Tommaso, they're like, let's give you one more round to go or whatever. But I'm gonna pick Braun again for this one, man. Hopefully, this one will pan out. Like everybody was saying before me, yeah, he's the future of this one, and they're trying to go younger and all that good stuff. So, man, build it around him.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker. I think he's gonna actually pull it off. I mean, yeah, he lost the first match, but he didn't know. I'm pretty sure he had butterflies in his stomach. He didn't know much about Tommaso Ciampa in the ring, but now he has that experience. I think he's gonna pull it off, and he's definitely gonna pull it off well. So definitely gonna start the new year as the NXT champion. What happens to Tommaso Ciampa after? I don't know. I can't see him really going on. I could see him going on SmackDown. Maybe he'll go on Raw, but I can't really see him going after the main title. Like maybe the US or the Intercontinental title for now. I mean, and I'm not trying to discredit his ability. I've watched this man for the better part of a decade, but
gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, if he goes to the main roster, hopefully it works out for him. But yeah,
because it's a lot of guys that go to the main roster and they don't really pan out. I done seen it happen.
But yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with Braun Breaker for this title. He's gonna win it. And let's see, Bobby Stryker. He says Braun is gonna win. Tommaso gonna take a vacation. He thinks Bobby is straight to the point. I think he used to hang around me too much. That's why, I think I was a bad influence to you, bro. Right? And Bobby Batito is saying that Tommaso Ciampa is gonna win. Okay, all right. So I don't have any predictions like overall. Y'all have any predictions as to what's going to happen during this show or anything at all?
No, there's just probably a couple surprise run-ins, and yeah, at the end of the night, you're gonna be like, Braun Breaker got the hookup. Holler if you hear him. So
I'm definitely looking for some surprise guests, probably some interferences. Nothing too crazy.
Okay. Dryzzy, how about you? Dryzzy or Ariel, y'all got anything?
No, because I think with it being on TV, it's not gonna be too crazy. Well, not hopefully, but I would like to see the crazy, but I don't think they will. I don't think they'll save it for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do anything too wild.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like, it's gonna be worth watching, but it's not gonna be like too eyebrow raising. You know what I mean? But who knows? We've been shocked before. But yeah, I don't have anything right now. So with that being said, those are the matches for NXT New Year's Evil. If y'all have any, for those of y'all listening out there, if y'all have any okay, so apparently Bobby Stryker says Loomis might play a part in the Carmelo match. Yeah, you could be right. You know, he tends to pop up anywhere in a creepy Burger King like way. But yeah, yeah, that could possibly happen.
This is one of those I'm looking forward to seeing. Give me a chance to catch up and see what's going on.
Yeah. So with that being said, for those of y'all listening, if you have your own predictions, you can feel free to actually, leave them in the comments below and all that good stuff. We'll also try to get some polls out on Twitter so that y'all can actually vote who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, all that stuff. And yeah, with that being said, it's about time for us to shut down the show. But before we do that, Barack, Dryzzy, Ariel, I just gotta say, on behalf of myself, Rob, and our other host, Kathy, who couldn't be here today. Kathy, we miss you. It's not the same without you as always. But I just want to say thank y'all for taking time out of y'all schedules, out of y'all's lives to just sit down and shoot the breeze with us in regards to wrestling. We always enjoy these episodes as well, where we have past guests from our shows or our 50 minutes of fandom segment on here, just shooting the breeze about wrestling and all that good stuff. Before we shut it down, though, Barack, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling or when they want to talk hip hop and find out when your next mixtape is and whatnot?
Follow me, Instagram, Twitter. Shout out to Live Mixtapes. If you want any of my music, go to Live Mixtapes. I'm building the platform on there, so man, shout out to the whole team over there. And look out for new music on the way.
All right, bet. Dryzzy, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, listen to your podcast and all that good stuff?
Oh yeah, Global Boundaries on the way too.
Actually, Ariel, do you want to go first? Because I know man is long-winded and stuff.
Yeah, I can go ahead and go. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BlackBarbie116. You can also find me in the Sheer Geekdom group on Facebook. We're a community; anybody can join. We also have Sheer Geekdom podcast. We haven't had any new episodes, but we're going to come back in 2022 with new episodes. So be on the lookout for that. We're everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, and I think that's all.
All right. I have to do it that way because me and Ariel are so institutionalized in how we do it. So you can find me at BIGDRYZZY502 on IG, and as well as on Power Ups Powerbombs on IG. It's PUPB on IG now. I finally got that name. On Twitter at PUPB Podcast. Also, go to the PUPB Podcast on Twitter. Vote for our year-end awards. Deadline is tomorrow at midnight. We will be announcing all the winners of the PUPB awards on our next episode next week. New episodes drop every Friday, and I think that is it. I really I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't ever remember. So.
Yeah. I almost forgot. Global Boundaries, the podcast, season 3 is on the way. I'm filming right now as we speak, bringing new guests. We're gonna talk hip hop. It's an explicit show, so enter at your own risk. We ain't playing no games around here, so look out for that podcast. Season 3 is on the way. I'm not playing no games. I'm out here, Jack. Like I said, we outside.
All right, all right, cool. So y'all heard the man. They're explicit. So if you don't like cuss words and all that stuff, Don't go there.
This is not the show for you.
It ain't wholesome. It ain't wholesome.
The Rob Bass, the Paul Wall to my Chameleonaire, the Eminem to my Royce 9, and the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, when they want to find out where your next promotion is, or when your next appearance is, when they want to purchase Rob Bass merchandise? And where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Rob_Bass82, and then Facebook, YouTube, Rob Bass.
Cool. If you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, you can find me on Twitter at @TheRemyBlue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. And you can also find our podcast on Twitter and Instagram at Ringside Society. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're also on Spotify, where you can actually listen to our season 1 and season 2 episodes and some of season 3. We are also on Facebook as a Facebook group. If you type in Ringside Society, you'll find us there. And we're also on YouTube, where we actually stream these episodes as well. So go ahead and once you get on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. Once you see that sweet OMG dark blue and light blue yin yang sign with the blue flames around it, that's us. So go ahead and subscribe to all our videos. Yeah, it's amazing.
Go get that fire merch too.
Yeah, definitely check us out. We have a lot of interesting interviews coming up. We had a lot of interesting. We have a lot of them already posted. Actually, we recently had our first ever non-English speaking guest by the name of Roxy Boricua. You can check out that interview. We've had a lot of interesting names.
That was
such
a dope
as
interview.
Yeah, it definitely was. We've had Anakin Rosa, who is Thunder Rosa's son. We were his first podcast. We've had Jasmine Allure, ASF. So many interesting, people, fans and wrestlers and managers alike. So definitely check us out. We're doing a lot of interesting things, and you don't want to miss out. So, and also we also have a Teespring store where we sell official Ringside Society merch. We have shirts, we have tank tops, we have hoodies, we even have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. So once you go to Teespring, check us out, check out what we have. We have different colors, various colors, and all proceeds from those sales go back into keeping this show afloat. So yeah, definitely check us out. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight live. Really and truly appreciate it. To those of y'all that are going to listen to us later on, thank you very much in advance. And to those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away, well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we ain't going for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. You think 3 years, you think they get it. Well, with that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in. We just want to let everybody know that we here at Ringside Society are very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. Well, we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for Baracko Holiday and his awesome music. And the Power Ups and Power Bombs podcast, Dryzzy, Notorious Ariel, and Bernard Minge. Shout out to Bernard. Wish you could have been there, buddy. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
Right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, and we will be back. As a matter of fact, our season 3 premiere starts this Sunday, so you don't want to miss it. There's going to be some changes, a couple announcements, and of course, an impressive guest. But until then, y'all stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
Love.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.
Already.